Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to Raw, Restoring Awesome Warriors. I'm Jackie H, and I have here my co-host, Gail Barron, the judge. Gail, how you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Okay, could you hear me? I'm always in the deep south. This is the South Gail, or I'm west. Where am I?
Midwest, Midwest.
Midwest. I'm out here in the woods. I'm in Texas, Austin, Texas, with your son. So I'm not sure how good this reception is, but we're gonna try it.
So
Okay.
far, so good.
Okay. Well, how's the weather there?
It's hot. It's hot.
Okay. Well, this is a different type of hot. This is the type of hot that sit on your head and go up on your feet. It is hot. Yeah. Yesterday they had one of those thunderstorm, girl. You know me and thunderstorms. And then your son decided he wanted to go to Target in the middle of it. We don't do that. We don't do that. Oh no, no, no. I'm conquering my fears and doing what I do, but I don't play out there in the storm, sis. Yeah. So
I'm proud of you on that note
yeah.
for
Okay.
taking. Uh, well, this it hasn't even been a week yet, and you have done so many things through leaps and bounds. And I'm just proud of you of stepping into it and um, conquering some fears. I'm happy about it.
What I tell you, I told you I started in 2025. I think that was the year, and it continued on to 2026. You don't realize when fear takes your freedom.
Yes.
And I want to talk about that tonight, because someone else might be going through the same thing and you don't really realize you actually lose your life. And only you, the person themselves, can make up their mind and get it back.
Right. Right.
I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be missing out on life because of the past or things have happened. Sometimes you fear because things have happened in the past and now you're scared to try it again, step out. Different things can cause it. But I vowed to take my life back.
One day at a time.
So it's a lot of things that I love to do, I used to do, but because of situation and life happened, you stop and then you stay there. That's the point. The things are over. Um, I can tell you one thing. I used to take care of a lot of like family members, my mom, our dad, and stuff, and they're going on, but you're still stuck. You're still living like you're still there. So it's almost like that story you used to tell me in the Bible where Lazarus was dead,
Right.
but when he called him forth, he was alive, but he was still wrapped in the grave clothes.
Right.
So until you lose some things from you, you can be free but bound. And that's when I realized 2 years ago, you just stuck. You don't have nothing holding you. You in your own cage. So this weekend, well, you had told me about it. I guess about in April, or yeah, a little bit, that you was gonna be going to a retreat. A retreat, and you know how I feel. As soon as you say something about something that I know is gonna be church or whatever that, because I have a fear. It's nothing about God. It's just a fear I have. But I'm learning to say yes again. I'm learning to give it a try again. And Gil, this was one of the best time of my life that I had this weekend. Not
I
only
knows it.
go ahead,
I said,
not only faith in that, but knowing that Tuesday I was leaving out to fly again, getting on a plane.
And then by yourself.
and by myself. And people don't, people don't know. Like you never flew. I used to fly all the time. I was in the military 6 years, and but I had some very bad experiences flying, and I just didn't want to do it no more. I drive anywhere I have to go. I'm not getting back on that plane. And you know, even just to go from Pennsylvania to Georgia is like 13 hours. Now imagine I was going to drive all the way to Texas
Right.
because I had promised him. He told me yesterday it was over 20 years. I promised, and it wouldn't have been that long. And I think he just made up that number that I
It's been
promised
a
that I
long
was.
time though.
That was a long time. Oh my
Long
God!
time.
But
But you're
you have to
there.
make
You
up.
finally got there.
I finally got here, and I had a beautiful flight. I sat by the window. I looked out over the clouds and the handiwork of God, and I asked him just to give me a comfortable ride. I said, Lord, since I made one step, now you make the second one and the third one and the fourth one. You make all the rest of them. But I had a good flight,
Yeah.
and I understood the elements. And I remember this lady telling me years ago, Gail. She said, those turbulence and things that you feel is because you're going through pockets of air. It can be clouds or whatever that's causing it. And once they get through it, it can be pretty rough. But sometimes the pilot can see it or they know how the road going to be. So either they fly above it or they could go down low to fly in it. And this was a good pilot. I didn't feel nothing. So I'm thankful and I'm grateful. And get your freedom back.
Yeah.
Get your
Because
freedom
it
back.
leaves you stuck and it, it leaves you confined to places when it's so much to do, so many places to go and people to see, but that fear is torment, is
It's torment.
crippling,
Really
and it
is.
won't allow you until you just, you know, press through it, press over it, and make up your mind that I'm going to do something or go somewhere because you don't know what all you're missing out on.
And not only what you're missing out on, but the recipient, the
Yes.
person. Like I seen his face light up. I seen uh, the family, his family light up because I finally got here. So you're not only crippling to yourself,
Right.
but you're denying others your
Right.
presence or whatever else that you mean to them. So I'm telling anyone now, whatever you have that's standing in your way from success or whatever, you gotta we gotta try. We gotta put our foot forward and just give it another try because it's liberating.
Yes.
It really is. I'm relaxed. I conquered it. That's that's something right there. Because once you get over that hurdle, that stress and everything else drops. I
And
have
that's
more.
that's in anything.
Hmm.
That fear of failure, fear of not succeeding or not being able to accomplish what you desire to, and no one hinders you but you.
Yeah.
It's not other people. um Captivity is external forces. It's what people put on you from the outside. But bondage is when you are bound by your own thoughts and actions. And that's words. Captivity is physical, but bondage is mental. It's your mind that's
Okay.
keeping you from going forward. And I applaud you, and it's never too late. Don't matter how old you are, if you can see it, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. And it's I'm looking to do so much more, uh just because uh you can. You can. Um, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Make up your mind, count the cost, get the details, hear the conclusion of the whole matter, and just go forward. I'm glad that you're finally. I mean, it took a long time, but it's coming. Putting feet to the vision,
Yeah.
and some
And
might not understand that, but fear fear can really hinder with so much.
it's crippling.
Yeah, yeah,
It's crippling. And you can be the outgoing person. You can be like, because I lived before. So it's not like I
yeah,
haven't experienced it. You know how
right,
somebody, you ever seen someone who was born blind? That's their way of life. They use that. But
right,
if you ever had your sight and then go blind,
right,
you have a memory of what it used to be. And even fear sometimes can interfere with your passion. It can interfere with who you are. Then you get stagnant. You start procrastinating, and you think you're moving, but you're standing still.
right.
So this has loosed a lot of things for me because that one thing, fear, had everything tied up. Even though I've been working on fear, but sometimes you start with the easy thing first. Now you got to go tackle that big thing. And sometimes people work different. Some people work with the hardest thing first, and then the rest of it is easy since you tackled that hard thing. But I started with the easy things. So now it's time to get down to flying was one of those big things for me. I worked on a lot of things, but it's time to stop playing in the sand. You got to get some. You got to get some bricks and mortar and make a fence right now. You can't keep them playing around in the sandbox. You got to get up and grow up. And I'm saying this to because I had to walk it first. You know, that's why you got to say I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of being this way. I'm tired of stressing out. I do not want not one more pill for stress. When you could, it messes with your physical too, like diabetes, all that. Sometimes we more worried about what we're eating, but stress can cause it to go
Right,
up and down. So it's more to this than just say, oh, well, I get over it. No, you need to deal with the fear. You need to
right.
deal with what you got to deal with because it's hurting you. So tonight we're talking about freedom. What do it feel like to be free?
Yeah, you gotta free your mind first. And to your point, we're taking a lot of medicine and different things for certain conditions, but I'm learning with my own health. When you're happy,
Oh yeah.
when you're free in your mind, that a lot of these pills go away, a lot of these ailments go away
Hmm.
because I'm learning to live. I'm happy
Yes. Yeah.
in spite of what my health conditions are. I my circuit your network is your net worth. So you got to surround yourself with people that are going your same way. It doesn't matter the disabilities. If you can keep your head out the sand and keep your, think positively, live and let live, learn to use what all you got, you can reverse some of these health issues.
I believe that. I
Yeah.
believe that.
I went to
I
the
suffered
doctor.
back in the day. I suffered with migraine headaches. Uh, I'm talking about those ones that put you on the bed for a couple of days and got to be in the
Yeah,
dark. And come to realize that it was nerves. It was a lot of things that was contributing to the headaches. Once I got myself together, um, and start dealing with those issues, I've been almost over 20 years free. I don't know the last time I had a migraine. I have little headaches, but not that.
Yeah.
So fear can even, it works with a lot. It works on a lot of things, your nervous system, everything else, and it's torment. Like that's we said. It's just torment, and sometimes the fear itself is not even big. Like what you're afraid of or need to accomplish is not even a big thing. But what would you say fear stand for?
Well,
False
false evidence appearing
appearing,
real.
appearing real. So it'll get you on what it looked like. It sometimes it's not even big, you can face it, but it appears like it's out of, it's out of touch. It's out of reach. You can't reach it. But yeah, just step out. Joyce might say, if you got to do it afraid. Just do it. It's okay. Um, what are some of the things that you think people need to deal with that they don't even realize that is bondage or they're in captivity? Sometimes people don't even know what's bothering them. They don't even know that it's your mind got you tied up or something. But it's a lot of things that can keep you in bondage. Like some
Yeah, for
people fear
one,
about losing a job. The fear of it's so much fear that people have on different things. Finding the right mate, finding the right school. They go into anxiety over things that I guess is really life issues, but it's like an overboard.
so I think awareness.
Okay.
Um, I think being truthful and being honest, because on the opposite side of truth is freedom. So when you become aware of what's bothering you and be honest, you got to talk about it. You got to acknowledge it. Don't be ashamed. And there's that fear again. Don't be afraid to say whatever it is, because it loosens the hold. Sometimes we internalize it and keep it inside. We don't want nobody to know what we feel, what we go through, or whatever it is. But you won't be the first and you won't be the last. And I'm learning being honest, being aware, acknowledging your prerogative is your prerogative. Your feelings are your feelings. It's and you need to be true to oneself. True to yourself. It doesn't matter um what others may think or feel about it. As long as you know the truth about it, it just relieves you. And that's where that freedom comes in, that creativity comes in, that because when you know, when you have confidence, when your esteem is built, you feel better about, even if I can't do it, even if it's something out of my reach. At least I know. I used to love that song, and I taught children when they were small. The song Whitney Houston sing, I believe that children are the future. But in a part of that song, it says, uh, if I fail, or if I succeed, at least I lived as I believe. And no matter what you take from me, you can't take away my dignity. So once you have that awareness, um, and confidence in yourself, and have proven it, nobody can take it away from you anymore.
Yeah. 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 Your son was talking and he was saying to me, well, your son, he's going to be straightforward and he going sometimes I'll be ducking him not to talk. I can't duck this time because I'm down here, but why you duck because it's truth, or he'll make you face your truth. So he was telling me, he said, Aunt Jackie, you're finally learning how to let go of 40 years of grandma. Now that sounds funny to some, it sounds funny, but I understood because I was that person. Even though I was grown, I still followed a lot what my mother said. And at that point that she might have said it, it was good. You was a child. You had to follow along. You had to, they guided you good. But then there comes a time, even what mommy told us at us being 15 years old, that's not going to work at 35. Sometimes what you're going through, what they told you was for right then. But I carried, I was faithful in things that she said do. But other people have ideas.
Right.
Like she said to one of the things let me make it plain, stick with your family, stick and do this. And, so I literally, that was my life. Me, you, and the family, we're going to do this together. Well, all of y'all got married and you have mates that maybe have a totally different idea than what your mother told you when you was 12. You can't carry that. So the freedom that I was in bondage because I was trying to carry on something that it's gone. It's faded. It's not that you don't love it, but each person in that situation have a life.
And not only
You might want to do a business with your family. You might want to do something else. Well, they might have a total idea, another idea that they want to do. So now you're stuck at that. So it's liberating to get free. You got to come from under something, and it's not nobody else's fault. You have to free yourself. You're gonna have to get
yes,
some help to,
yes, yes.
you can't keep on blaming and this is that. No, that's over. Get up, dust whatever you have to get off of you, and you got to start moving northward. You done been around this mountain long enough. Yeah, freedom feel good.
It does.
Really
It
does.
does. And
It
learning
really
to
does.
make decisions and
Yes.
standing by your
Yes.
decision.
Even if your decisions are wrong or not,
It's
long
yours.
as it's yours.
It's
Long as you
yours.
made them,
It's
be
yours.
okay with it. And I know
Yes.
somebody probably don't agree with that, but that's okay. You know, this is a stance that I'm taking to liberate myself to get back to who I was
Yeah.
in God. You know, it's not that I'm leaving God, but He gave us freedom. He wants me to be prosperous. He wants me to do things. He give you talents and gifts, and you sitting here ready for all that to go to the grave. So somebody can look at your grave site and say, "Look at all this potential." So it's a decision.
And waiting for somebody else to give you a platform,
Yeah,
make your own.
yeah,
We heard it saying, no, I don't want to sit at the table. I want to make my table. So,
yeah.
you don't your
Cut
gifts
down the
and
woods for the table. Cut down the woods that you're gonna even use to make the table. You're gonna do it all. But yeah.
you can
So
be happy in the midst of
yeah.
just be don't worry, be happy.
Man, that's one of the songs. I don't know what
Yeah,
year it was, but that was a good one. Don't worry, be happy.
yeah,
Joy is not predicated on circumstance,
yeah.
but I even want joy. That
And you can have it.
even if things ain't going right or good, I'm
Right,
still okay.
right.
You know, I don't have to go up and down because it didn't hit the mark of what I wanted to be. As long as I'm still going toward the east, if that's what they looked at, that's what they look toward the east. Don't start looking west or south, Gil. You gotta look east. Oh my God. Yeah. But so you free today, sis? Are you free?
Man, what Jill Scott said, living my life like it's golden.
Ah,
I saw this saying, say, Lord, thank you for helping me to smile again, but don't ever let me forget that I cried. I thank God for the tears and all that. But Lord knows, I thank God for this turn of events.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
He said He'll beautify the me with salvation, and often, I read about how He turned the hand of time back on people, and I can see why, because stress, worryation, all that can make you old. But if you're free in your mind, free to live, got good people in your life, it'll bring the youthfulness back out of you.
So you remember one time me and you and Darling was somewhere and the lady asked me, was I your mother? So, so
You
maybe
trying to
that's
funny.
Lord Jesus. Maybe that's what she saw was just you look old from stressing and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because I couldn't gather that one around my head. I was like, really? I look that old? Yeah, was I your mom? I was like, wow, okay. So today I'm
People
hoping
don't
I'm looking like,
realize they
do
can
I look
wear
like
it.
I'm your do I look like I'm your younger sister today? Looking like I'm your mom. I was like, okay, all right. But that I'm making a joke out of, but it can cause you to um, look restless. It cause a lot of things when you're just not walking around in freedom, and
Right.
whatever that is that have you bound. It can be people. I've seen relationships. You're with the wrong person, but you're trying to hold on to it because the person probably got three things good and 15 things bad, and you're gonna stick it out. It's all that what got you in bondage, whatever that is. I'm not saying you have to leave or do so, but you have to make some changes. You have to make some changes. You really do. So you can look brighter.
Yeah.
Somebody told me you look restful, you look peaceful. Yeah, I got over that fear of flying. So once I hit the ground,
Man,
I was
please.
okay. Yeah,
Man.
yeah, yes. So we're not gonna stay long because I don't even know what this reception is doing. Is it pretty good? You hear me pretty good?
I hear you pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your son and his wife and his children, the child is doing very well, and I'm glad that at the point of my life that I decided to get myself together. That this was one of the trips,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm out here cooking pork chops and doing all this stuff, So it's a vacation. I don't know what kind of vacation you would call it, but it's one of those
You're
vacations.
doing what you want to do. It's
I'm
that's
doing what I want,
vacation.
and that's what
Just
I
came
love to
off a
do.
retreat.
Yeah,
You're
and
retreating for real.
yeah, and I
Getting your
love
passion
cooking.
back.
Yes, yes. So he got two guitars here. He always was
Oh,
fascinated with the music. So we done had our session, and so it's good. It's really
okay.
is good. So
All he does it all in one. Is he's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all you can ask or think, but it's according to the power of that work in you. And
yeah,
when he does it, it be more than one thing. Like you got his family, his music, his
yeah,
cooking. He
yeah.
does it all. You don't do one at a time.
Everything in one stop, and I've been in different retreats where they uh at the end they always have different things. Sometimes it could be a paper. This time it was a rock. We have been and said that you get two rocks. One of them is for what you want to get rid of, and the other one is what you want to keep or go to. So I went out there. I think I pitched that rock towards my car. I was like, it was getting out of my hand. It was getting out of my heart. It was like, they were talking about going in the woods. Like, I ain't going in the woods. I'm going to get rid of it. But man, it's probably was under that Jeep. But it was, I got rid of it. And I
Yeah,
really felt like this time, sometimes you do things as a symbolic or whatever,
yeah,
and you don't, you put it on there and then you leave back with it. But this time I felt like I left it. I
yeah.
left it there. So I was obedient in throwing the rock. I want to tell Pastor Pat that if you talk to her, let her know I did. I did pitch the rock, but it probably was up under that priest's car. So I didn't go down to the lake. It was too dark. It was too much,
Ooh,
you know. So I got to do one thing at a time,
yeah.
but move forward. That's all. So I'm gonna let
It,
you have
it's
the last.
it's like when we played softball and we had special sneakers, meaning we didn't have sneakers. You know, when you on wet grass, you don't need no smooth soles. We had cleats. So the spikes on the cleats was helping you to gain ground. So
Yeah,
that's what I think about in this season. We're gaining ground. We're not just not consuming things. We're putting the work in. And I'm so appreciative because it's manifesting, it's blossoming, it's flourishing. And to God be the glory. I don't, I'm taking each day at a time, but I'm making sure I don't leave out a day without accomplishing something.
but in talking about those cleats, you have to have the right tools, the
Yeah,
right things to get the job done.
yeah,
It's important to do the right thing so you can get the right results.
right.
And you can't go out there with tennis them what's some shoes we them cute shoes that what they call them, skippers.
Yeah,
You can't play you can't go out there with skippers on to play baseball and stuff. So get the right tools, do the right things. If you got to go to therapy, if you got to talk it out, if you got to confront people. I learned that this weekend over the retreat. You can't keep on. And even the Sunday message, the ending retreat was awesome. Um, Sometimes we are thinking people that who we are holding things against, and or whatever your bondage is or got you captive. Sometimes a person don't even know it.
right,
So you even got to be the bigger person to say, I'm gonna go to the person or whatever it is to get it straight because it's freeing you. It's not about the other person, it's about your
right,
freedom. You know, that person might not never say they sorry. That person might
right.
never do whatever. But I learned, it was just a good weekend to understand
Hmm.
what is the price that you would pay for your freedom. You can't worry about pride. You can't worry about how I'm going to look. I ain't did nothing to them. I ain't going to ask them. No, that's sometimes the cost you got to pay. You might have to be the first one to say I'm sorry. It's what's the cost? So there we
What
are.
you what you eat don't make my bowels move.
Oh, you being cleaned up this time because ain't what
No,
you usually say. All right, okay, all right. I would take
I
that. I
I'm
had
just saying.
okay.
You
Yeah,
you said the forgiveness is for you.
right.
It's not even about the other person.
But it's hard for some people, Gail.
Yeah, it
It, it,
is.
it
It
it's
is,
hard.
but
Yeah.
it's for you. You wonder why you have headaches and different aches in the body. Sometimes Jesus said, you are healed. And then sometimes he said, your sins are forgiven. We don't realize that sometimes it's the unforgiveness that makes us sick.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just living and I'm learning and taking each day as it comes.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to stay long because I really don't know what this reception is doing. I guess you can hear me pretty good, right?
I hear you, but I see you going in and
Yeah,
tearing
you
up. Yeah.
on my end, you're froze. I hear your voice, but you've been in that same position for over 40
Okay.
minutes. So that's
All
like
right.
it's like I could hear you, but we just want to stop in because to keep our word on Wednesday, just to share with someone. There's always just a little word goes a long way. It went a long way with me. This weekend went a long way with me. Getting on the air, conquering my fears. So whatever you have to do, that's what we're talking about today. Freedom, the road to freedom. Whatever you have to do to get there. What is the cost? What is the price? for your freedom, not somebody else's.
Your
Yours,
freedom.
yours.
Yeah.
So you are important. The name of the retreat was Whole and
Worthy.
Worthy. You're whole. You want to be whole, and you're worthy to be whole. So that's what I'm taking away for the rest of this year. I got 6 months to get it, the rest of
That's
it
what
together. And it
that's what
probably
he's
won't take that long with a made up mind.
that's what Jesus said to that lame man that was at the pool 38 years. Do
Mm-hmm.
you want to be made whole? Of course, he gave him excuses to why he wasn't whole. Somebody's always getting in front of him. He asked you all that. Do you want to be made whole? And when he
Yeah.
said yes, he said, take up your bed and walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're responsible for yourself. No one is responsible for your healing. They even tell us on the airplane, put your mask on first before you help others. So you yourself gotta have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Judge, there you have it. Road to freedom.
Yeah.
Desire it. Walk in it.
And a
Go
piece
for it.
is the fish will swim towards you. When
Yes.
you desire it, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And when the time is right, God will make it happen.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, as we always in our podcast, coming from Texas here, and Gail coming from the Pennsylvania area of Tobai, with Crumlin, whatever, you
Yeah.
know, we bringing you some good news tonight. Get
Yeah.
free. That's all I can say.
It's
Freedom looks
nothing
good.
like it. It's
Nothing
nothing
like
like
it.
it.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
So I'll let you say our ending because I'm hearing double talking here, so I don't know exactly what's
Okay.
going on. But
Well, as we leave our podcast, we say the same thing each time. Love God, love family, work hard, and be kind. Good night. God loves you, and so do we.
see you later.